Shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite here to prophesy the downfall of the kingdom. Talk about the upliftment of this people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Alright? This kingdom is done. This rulership, this Edomite wicked rulership is over. And our people are about to be put back on top in their rightful places, man. Alright? Thus saith the Bible, man. Alright? So first and foremost, I had a question from a woman in the comment board. She was asking me, how do we know that the so-called Haitians come from the tribe of Levi? Okay? And I showed her the prophecy in Genesis 49, right? But I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that, how we really know all these tribes are these people that we have on the sign here. Okay? That was all broken down through the Spirit. Okay? I'm going to start with the basics. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 28 and the 68th verse. Okay? And first actually let me start Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Okay? So before that, it shows you all the blessings that the Lord would have gave us if we would have kept His commandments and did the righteous things according to His word, right? But since obviously Israel didn't do it, the curses came upon us instead, right? And I'll read the first verse actually. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all His commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come upon thee. Okay? And overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? But obviously we didn't do that, right? So this is what befalled us instead. Okay? Although the curses will be lifted up and we will get all those blessings, man. Because that was basically the promise that our forefather Jacob was promised, man. Alright? Or Abraham, right? Through Isaac and Jacob. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all His commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Huh? All right, so it goes through the whole list of the curses. Okay, and all these curses fit the people that we have listed on the sign. All of these curses, man. Okay, I could go through the whole list, but I'm not going to go through the whole list right now. I'm going to go through the main point, which is in verse 68. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Okay, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right? So that was a prophecy that was going to happen. He said that because He just took us out of Egypt. He said that if we will not hearken unto His word, He will put these curses on us. And one of those curses would be that He would put us back into Egypt, man. Okay? Again with ships. And that's a key point. To see that it says ships, that's a key point. All right? Because there's no nation on the planet Earth that went to slavery as a nation on ships. There's none. Okay? It's only the Israelites, man. All right? And it says on ships, and that's why we have the sign there with Judah on the ships. Okay? When it's talking about Judah, it's talking about the kingdom of Judah, which consists of also Benjamin and Levi. Okay? So I'm going to read that again. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord thy power shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right? So this is not talking about physical ancient Egypt, man. Because the word Egypt itself means bondage, man. Okay? It means bondage. All right? So Egypt is just a way of talking about slavery, man. All right, it's not talking about the ancient Egypt, man. Okay, because the Israelites never went back into the ancient Egypt. Okay, according to any document, any secular history, the Israelites never went back into ancient Egypt. So this is talking about a future prophecy, man. All right, it's not talking about the ancient Egyptians, man. All right, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay? So that's what happened to us, man. Okay? When you go back into the history, the kingdom of Judah, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, so-called Negroes, you West Indians, you Haitians, okay, that would be considered the kingdom of Judah. Okay? So the whole kingdom of Judah went into captivity in ships. Okay? The whole nation of the whole kingdom of Judah. Alright? And it said that you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. That's not happening. I have the sign right here. This is the sign of you so-called Negroes going into captivity, man. You're put into slavery in your enemies. Because that's not something a friend would do, or someone of your nation. All right. That's why it says that. I'll read that again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. That's talking about the land of Israel. Because currently in the land of Israel, you have heathens dwelling in the land of Israel. Okay, those are not the true Israelites in the land of Israel right now. Those are heathens. All right. And they're fighting over our land, and it doesn't belong to either the Palestinians or the Israelis, man. Okay? That's the prophecy that says a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. All right? I'll actually get that in Revelations 2 and 9. Okay? Because those people in the land right now, those are imposters, man. They actually stole our identity, all right, and went in there through the Balfour Declaration in 1948. This is Revelations 2 verse 9. I know thy works and poverty. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Okay? And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man. That's talking about those Israelis that are down there in the land of Israel, man. Okay? Because who's in poverty? Who's in tribulation right now, man? Right now as a nation, we don't have any standing army. You know what I mean? And in order to build a nation, you have to have a standing army. Okay? We don't have a standing army for ourselves. We fight for other people, man. Right? In Jamaica, there's no standing army, and all these little islands in the sea, there's no like Haiti doesn't have its own standing army, for example, right? And in order for you to establish a kingdom, you have to have a standing army. All right? And we don't have any real power when it comes to economics either, man. All right? When you look at the difference between the black household and the white household, it's so far, the gap is so long, it's ridiculous, man. And you would think that since we built up this kingdom that we would have a lot more, you know? But that's not the case. You know? I'll read that again. I know thy works in tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man. All right, so the word synagogue means chief house. All right, so those Amalekites, the so-called Jews in the land of Israel right now, those are the chief house of Satan, man. Okay, those are the worst of the Edomites, man. All right, and when I say Edomites, I'm talking about the so-called white people. All right. All right, so that's just scratching the surface, right? So, like how we read in Deuteronomy, how you'd be brought here in ships. That's one of the reasons why we know that you're Israelite, and we know that those so-called Jews in the land are not the Israelites. But that's not the only reason. There's many other scriptures that show you that those are not the people, man. All right, and it alludes to you being the people. All right. Matter of fact, I'll read that in Jeremiah 14 and 2. Okay. This is Jeremiah 14 verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. All right? And that word black there is kodar, which means dark skin. All right? It doesn't mean black as in shakar, which means the actual color black. It means dark skin. All right? They just translated it in the English to mean black. All right? Because there's nobody on the planet Earth that's really, that color. All right? So that's how they just translated into the word black. But the real word is kodar, which means dark skin. All right? In the Hebrew. All right? and I want to get that. So that's strike one, man. Are those Israelis in the land of Israel? Are they dark skinned? Nah, man. And another thing, it said again, Judah mourneth, man. So that shows you that the real Israelites are in mourning. They're not in a state of mirth right now, man. Those Israelis, those so-called Jews, they own everything, man. All right. I have the sign here with the banking families, right? The Rothschilds, they own everything, man. All right. They own the Diamond District, you know.
Yeah, man.
They monopolize the oil. Oh, what's going on, brother? You all right?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? When you gonna come by and learn, man?
Oh, we're not at work, but yeah, I
Hey, man, you still need to look up. You know, what tribe you come from?
Well, I'm from Ghana, so I'm from Ashanti tribe, but
Oh, the Shantis know they're Israelites.
Yeah.
They know that.
Yeah.
Right? So you would either be from Judah, Benjamin, or Levi.
Yeah.
Okay, according to the sign.
Is that Judah?
Well, it would be that's what they say. The Shantis say they're Judah.
yeah.
Okay, so if they're Judah, then most likely you'd be from the tribe of Judah. Okay, but the Lord is coming back to deliver His people. You know, there's about to be a big tribulation that's coming to this earth, man. Right? So I wouldn't be out here doing this, you know, make myself a fool if it wasn't for a good reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because you see, this is how everyone is. The brothers are waking up all around the world right now. We have camps all around the world. We have in London. You know what I mean? In Jamaica, all these different places.
When are you here though? Because I'm going to be late for work.
I'm here every Saturday. Saturday from around 2:33 to maybe 6 or depending on the, you know, it depends.
Yeah, I'll pass by.
So pass by one day when you're not working, you know what I mean? All right, bless, man. We're going to that prophecy there because I want to really show you how how we know that we are the Israelites, man. First and foremost, let me go through